one right now.
That's correct. So if TwoC wins this match, then Team OK Game will be proceeding to the next stage. Yeah, everything's on the line here, and looks like we've gotten started with two different openers.
Yeah, definitely a more traditional route with the uncle route start, but both work. We are seeing both runners trying to get an early tree pull.
Yep, let's see what that is. Oh, just green rupees. A little disappointing.
Important thing to look at for this one is, as you can see, they do have Overworld Randomizer on, and they are getting to start off with a sword. I believe the other piece of this one is it is a key sanity race.
Yep, the modes today were topplife had 2 picks for today's race, and topplife picked full key sanity and enemy shuffle, not boss shuffle, and TwoC picked assured swords, and Sahashalabot picked all dungeons, open, and normal item pull, not hard item pull today. So those are the 6 modes we have today.
Now, one of the cool things we did find was, so we did get that TR big key out of Escape, and TwoC found the Cane of Burna in our drop down. And luckily, Toplife did have some bombs and is going to be able to check this back of Escape.
Oh my gosh, the guards!
Just has to get through all the guards.
Oh wow, he makes it. Well, that's good. It looks like it didn't have much, but one of my favorite things about Randomizer is just the sheer number of unusual situations that you can be presented with in Randomizer. Hopefully, we get plenty of amusement today.
Yeah, the question about what is normal versus hard, it is mostly a safeties question, but yes, 14 hearts, tempered sword, green mail, fire shield, no silvers. TwoC trying to get a bomb out of those 50-50s on those rocks, and just no luck at all.
That's a little unfortunate. Hopefully for TwoC's sake, there's often a bomb in these 4 chests here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, TwoC must have tried at least 3 or 4 times on that run. But we do see the big key to Skull Woods. And our hammer.
Hey, hammer. Nice. Unfortunately, no bomb, so TwoC will have to lose a little bit of time to making a second trip back here.
Yeah, and I think the hard part here is, do you just grab your 10 rupees in the well, and if you don't find a bomb, do you buy bombs here instead of getting Bottle Vendor?
Yeah, I think that tends to be the more common case, because you're probably coming back here sometime soon for to check sick kid. So now, what I'll be curious to see on TwoC's side will be at what point does he do the guard check? Because the guard hut can be extremely challenging in Randomizer, or it can sometimes have all chickens. You never know.
Oh, nice knowledge here by TwoC. We did have a fish in Kakariko Village. Turn that into the Bottle Vendor, and the great reward here, 8 bombs.
Ooh, fortunate. Oh, that's great for TwoC, because he'll be able to pick up some more rupees in the back of Blind's hut and check Bottle Vendor. So that should be nice. And let's see what's in the back of... Ooh, the Moon Pearl in the back of Kakariko Well. That's fortunate.
So that is Dark World access at less than 5 minutes into this race.
Oh, right. That's
talk
exciting.
About some worries of too many options. This is one of those scenarios that is great for runners, but terrifying at the same time.
Yeah. I hope we get to see some pretty good divergence in routes pretty soon. I always like, as a viewer, I always like seeing early Dark World access to see how runners choose to diverge after that point.
Yeah, the hard part here is, do you just decide how do you want to route now that you have Dark World access even? Do you still check South Shore? How much do you do of Light World now? Or do you rush into Dark World at this point?
And we have a vanilla guard hut. Well, that's. Uh, I wonder what the odds are of vanilla guard hut showing up. If I remember correctly, there's a fairly limited number of sprites that can actually be shuffled into that location.
Yeah, very commonly you'll either see some chickens, guards, I believe some ropes or ropas are another one. But yeah, not a ton of options.
Oh, that was a very quick library check. Didn't happen to catch that. And
Well, we've
here's
just
our
got 20
divergence
rookies all race
already.
game. Yeah, so Top Life is going to head into the Dark World. And I think, okay, so 2C is going to at least check out some of these. I'm guessing South Shore at this point.
Yep, looks like that's where he's headed. So probably. Oh, I'll be curious to see if. Oh, nope, he fooled us both. I was curious if he was going for the risky but exciting early Randomizer fake flippers play, which can be can be high risk but potentially high reward. But looks like he's not doing that, and he's just going for the early hype cave. Ooh, that's a bit of a nasty room on Skull 2 on Top Life side. Big Kia Swamp. Oh, that gets 2C closer to Zora money.
Yeah, but nothing really in terms of our progression. Not a bad choice by far, just, not a lot of stuff. But I think we are going to get to find out what our 5-6 crystals are for this race at the big bomb shop.
Hera and Skull Woods. So no fire rod at Pyramid today. And Top Life is making his way through, really committing to this, to checking this item location in Skull 2.
Yeah,
Little
this
more
is
time
definitely
consuming.
worth the time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Skull Woods, especially this front portion, is practically just overworld.
Yeah, and in Key Sanity, I think in non-Key Sanity modes, because there's only one item here, and you might have a Skull Woods where both items are fire rod locked, and then you just spend a whole lot of time chasing nothing. In Key Sanity, it's kind of the opposite. It's the front of Skull Woods is often loaded. But not today, it seems.
Big Chest of Swamp Palace was just a small key to Misery Mire.
Yeah, it's nice we've already seen some pretty good use of that early Cane of Burna. I think that on Randomizer will be we'll see a lot of use there. And 2C encountering his guard squad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was about to say, please leave that kind of burn on for a second.
All right, so Skull Woods, the non-fire rod locked part of Skull Woods has been cleared by Top Life. Didn't have much, and wonder where they'll go next. I imagine Top Life will probably head down into Village of Outcasts. Where is 2C going?
I think
I'm
2C is
guessing
also
Dark
going to
World.
make, yeah, probably a Village of Outcast Skull Woods check as well, as Toplife finds our friends the Chomps and Lionels. Oh my gosh, that area right outside of the Village of Outcasts.
Oh boy. Yeah, hopefully, Top Life can make his way into Thieves Town before taking a death. Dying in Thieves Town, of course, much less costly than dying outside. You never want to make that long trek up and around to that portal like 2C is doing. You never want to do that more than necessary.
We are getting a chess game, and oh wow, Kane of Samaria.
Hey, that's nice to see.
And it looks like 2C is going to actually head into Village of Outcasts first instead of heading up towards Skull Woods. I think this might be a Thieves and then head north play since 2C had already done the south checks.
Yep, I think that definitely sounds likely. Top Life is in a difficult situation here. I'm not sure. Can you? Okay, the invincibility does follow you upstairs. I couldn't remember.
Now, a good thing here would be there is actually a bunny beam under that pot that Top Life just passed by, and if being concerned about your safety here, I would definitely consider powdering there, but does not.
Ah, right. Top Life did pick up the powder. I think that was in the in Skull One, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was in Skull. So
Yep, we're working to get the tracker back online for you here in just a moment.
but it does look like Top Life is going to be able to reach it those last couple of chests. So no big worries here. Yep, just has to get through this. All good. Okay, and we'll get to check that fourth chest.
Yeah, it didn't have anything, but it's good that Top Life didn't take an earlier death there. That would have been pretty costly. And commentator's curse there to see taking a death on his way to the third and fourth chest in Thieves Town there.
Yeah, this overworld, this Randomizer so far has been quite brutal. We're definitely seeing a lot of rollers, chomps, lionels, and full aggro guards.
Yeah, the Cane is definitely a lifesaver here, but without boots, I think their options for restoring their magic are pretty limited here. So kind of a precious resource.
Yeah, I think we did see that at least the our tree pole did have magic on it, so that could be helpful.
Ah, right. So I expect now we'll see our runners retrace each other's steps a little bit. 2C will be able to save a little bit of time compared to Top Life on checking Skull 2, thanks to picking up that red cane in the Village of Outcasts, in the chess game, if I remember correctly. I wonder where our runners will head after they're finished retracing each other's steps here. 2C having Zora money, I I'm curious if he'll take the risk at going for the Randomizer fake flippers.
I personally wouldn't. I think South Shore is the play at this point, though, for sure. Like, you have to make that kind of play.
Right. That's what I was thinking. The South Shore and then Ice Rod and then roll the dice on trying to go for fake flippers after that. Oh, okay. TC does manage to.
Luckily, blue guards are only a half a heart of damage and not the full heart.
All right. Looks like Toplife looks like he's making his way down to the South Shore play, like we expected. TwoC clearing out the front of Skullwoods. All right, what is in the Sunken Treasure for us today? Quake, quite handy in Randomizer. So
Yeah, I'd say it's the least handy of our medallion set in Randomizer.
yeah, I'd
Unfortunately,
agree.
it just does the least. It doesn't kill enemies. You can make the argument that turning enemies into the jelly slimes is a good thing, but it's not going to be a huge help. And then also, the only real value it then has is getting us into our dungeons.
Yeah, I always forget which enemies are instantly killed by which medallions. It's kind of important knowledge on Randomizer because both Ether and Quake are certainly a lot faster in animation time compared to Bombos.
Now, we did just get our small key to Hyrule Castle, our big key to Ice, and another small key to Ice. Now, the small key to Hyrule Castle, while not totally necessary for our runners to do most things, it is a logical check to reach Zelda's cell.
That's right, because the logic protects you from stealing the small key from the guard next to the Hyrule Castle map chest and carrying it all the way to the back of Escape and wasting it on one of those key doors. So it's always nice that the logic is looking out for us.
Yeah, I imagine that this could help 2C in a sense because 2C had not checked out Uncle. So I gotta wonder if there's a chance that 2C will head to Uncle and front of Escape.
Oh yeah, that'll be a nice little time save.
And Top Life starting again at the house, Link's house, and heading actually for Escape.
Yep, choosing not to take the Randomizer fake flippers gamble. I didn't see what was around there, but yeah, sometimes if you see an enemy in the water that's particularly
I think all you need to
dangerous.
ever see is one guard and know that it's a bad idea.
Yep. And then even if you see, surprise Wallmaster, classic Randomizer. Even if you don't see anything particularly scary in this part of Lake Hylia, you never know what will be waiting for you in the screen to the right of Hobo. Top Life picking up a Master Sword.
Yeah, that's a really nice find. Not really anything access-wise, but just the extra little bit of firepower right now will be appreciated.
Good note in chat. Dark Cross. Once either of our runners finds a fire source, either fire rod or lamp, because we are on. I think every race in this tournament is on advanced item placement.
Correct.
And so once either runner finds a fire source, Dark Cross will be in logic, but Dark Cross can be particularly evil in Randomizer.
Now, 2C is definitely a lot more confident in this play than I would be at this point, as Toplife does find a small key to the Palace of Darkness.
Yep,
So
you love
the
to
question
love
is,
to see
what if
those.
to be out here? Ooh, a crow. Oh my god.
Oh, all right. Could definitely could be worse. But chat pointing out that the Master Sword puts the first chest of Aga Tower in play, and that's always an exciting one. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's
and that
the
was the big worry there. Sometimes those crows do not come after you, and other times they are out for blood.
Yep, but 2C did manage to get the hobo check, so that is one kind of out of the way check that you won't have to worry about now. And I believe this is our first back of Sahasrahla check.
Yep. You get that bug net, but nothing else really. And I missed the info on our green pendant if
Also
Toplife
missed
did
it.
talk to Sahasrahla.
Yeah, I also missed it. Huh. I wonder if
And chat confirming that it was not even talked to.
interesting.
We did not find out.
I wonder if Toplife has kind of snuck in a map check, well, that we didn't notice. Green pendant and pod. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if Toplife found the pod map and did a map check, and if that's why he didn't talk to Sahasrahla.
Now, interesting thing about Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness, actually, as well as GT, really, are Bowlock dungeons here. While the enemies are swapped out and we will not see the red Igors in these kill rooms, the game would still consider by logic that you should have a bow.
Yep. It's one of the interesting quirks about Randomizer that is definitely worth learning if you're interested in the format. The Randomizer enemy placement will guarantee, if I remember correctly, will guarantee that every enemy in every kill room and every enemy that can drop a key will be replaced by an enemy that can be killable with nothing but bombs. So there's no worries about where the swords are in logic or any of that. The game just always assumes that you have infinite access to
Our
bombs.
Master Sword was in the first chest of Escape, and Red Cane was in chest game of Village of Outcast. So yes, Toplife does have Red Cane, I believe, as well.
Yep. And Toplife picking up the mirror in the chest above Stavros there, so that's very nice to find.
And a big question becomes there with that mirror is, we keep talking about Randomizer. How comfortable do you feel in the dark?
Yeah, this is a little rough dark room, Eastern dark room here.
Yeah, luckily Eastern's not too bad, but do you go up the mountain now? You have a mirror, you have a hammer. Do you think you can get through with the old man?
Yeah, that's always a particularly risky play because if you had, let me see if I remember this correctly. I think if you save and quit after taking a death while rescuing the old man, I believe there's no way to reset your spawn point anywhere else without finishing the rescue. So
Yeah,
you kind
unfortunately,
of
that does become your new save quit point. So it is a huge gamble.
yeah, you kind of have to be on the ball with either make sure to hard reset your your console or emulator if you run into something unwinnable there. Um, Fortunately, our runners have the Cane of Byrna, so that'll make that a little less scary. But you don't get you only get one shot at it if you do that.
Now, Top Life is going to turn in that mirror to check out Cave 45 here. And 2C also making a similar play into Dark World, but it looks like 2C is going to head for the Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a play to Pyramid Ledge and Catfish. I wonder if he'll do both before heading into Pod.
Well, I also would wonder, kind of talking about what we've done also is we haven't seen 2C head into Escape yet.
Oh, that's right. This will combo nicely with Escape. And I wonder if he'll make the bold play into Dark Cross, just kind of rolling the dice on that, seeing if Randomizer plays nice today.
Another Meyer small key on our pyramid. And yes, Top Life is kind of working to check out some items not checked earlier because Top Life actually didn't head to check library or race game first trip through. As soon as Top Life got that hammer, glove, and pearl, went straight into Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, that's interesting. You don't often see race game checked checked late like this, but yeah, makes for pretty smooth routing. And there's 2C picking up the required big key of Turtle Rock that Top Life picked up almost a half hour ago. All right, where does Top Life head to next? Oh, we got the book. Was that the book at Magic Bat? I missed that.
Yeah, book on the bat. So that does give us some options, and I think this is sending Top Life possibly. Yep, we're gonna see a Bombos tablet check and likely a run over to Agena and the desert area.
Oh, that's nice. It's always nice when you can combo Agena with literally anything else. There's nothing worse than a seed that hard requires walking all the way to Agena without the ability to link it up with anything else.
And unfortunately, it looks like I've been proven a liar because Top Life went the exact opposite direction.
Interesting. I wonder if this is a pod play by Top Life potentially. Similar to what we were talking about with Eastern earlier, because this is Randomizer or Enemy Shuffle, not Boss Shuffle today. The Mimic Room in Pod will be filled with enemies that can be killed by nothing but bombs. Oh, it's an Agate Tower check. Nice.
These checks are probably a bit quicker than that desert place, so I do understand the logic here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice being able to link up this first chest with anything else. Oh,
Well, that's a find.
oh man, that is an interesting place for that key for sure, and because this is all dungeons, that is hard required. So that could could become a pretty a pretty dangerous item for 2C to be missing.
Yeah, luckily that second check in Agate Tower was nothing of importance, just a heart piece. So hopefully, you know, when 2C does find that other castle tower small key, we'll be able to, you know, go and clear castle tower in one go.
That's correct. Where was the first Agate Tower small key? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall where that first one was. Oh, duh, vanilla. Yes.
Oh, right, that's
That
right.
might be.
uh, all right, more good blue cane usage, and never mind about 2C getting trolled by that item location. 2C picking up that small key, and I didn't catch if Toplife did manage to make his way to the chest in Dark Maze.
Yes,
In Agate
Top Life
Tower.
did reach this one. It is just a heart piece, so.
Okay. Toplife picking up his Tempered Sword and getting to check. Okay, looks like Zorledge is nothing, but he'll get to take care of Zora. And Waterfall Fairy becomes a little isolated in this situation, but that's not too bad. I wonder if I'm trying to remember if the set of items that Toplife has would have enabled him to do Splash Delete to access that Zora Ledge item if it was something better than a compass.
It might be possible given the ice rod. I've seen people do it with the ice rod. The shots are slow enough on ice rod to usually pull that move off.
Yeah, I know some of the Splash Delete setups work
But
in
yeah,
some places, but like
given-
don't give you enough time
Yeah,
to use the
given
Zora Ledge.
Top Life's current magic meter, it might not have been.
Oh, true.
Top Life is going to check out that Lumberjack ledge, while 2C does get the Tempered Sword.
Interesting. I don't think we've seen a lumberjack check from either player yet. I think it's pretty common to. I definitely did not see that on Top Life's side.
Definitely one of those things that you find runners with a lot of experience are very capable of, is almost just seeing a bottom pixel or two and going, I know what it is.
Yep, it's always funny when you see either the fire rod or ice rod there, because that's one of those items where you see the bottom couple pixels of it, and it's okay. I know it's some rod. I need to I need a little more than that. I need to scooch up a little bit.
And Top Life really having confidence here in this decision, saying, going for it. Looks like, yep, Top Life is through the darkness.
Yeah, that looked pretty smooth. So that is not in logic, but definitely a valuable save point to have no matter what. And looks like 2C's probably doing the same. I wonder if he'll check Lumberjack on the way.
Yeah, there's just too much here on Death Mountain at this point. You know, old man, we got our 2 spectacle rock items. We can get 2 items in Hera. We can get the ether tablet. And then I believe there are 8 items on East Death Mountain as well. So, you know, we're getting close to 15 items almost.
Yep, and it gives everyone, runners, trackers, viewers, comms. It gives everyone the difficult job of remembering that in all of these checks, uh, none of it is in logic until they find either the lamp or flute.
Yeah, and the big piece here, you know, the question came up of stuff that hasn't been done. Yes, Toplife has done Magic Bat to have the book to check this ether tablet. 2C did not go back to the to Magic Pat yet. Luckily, only a heart container. But in some ways, that heart container is extra valuable right now.
Yeah. Without we're kind of low on safety so far. Like 2C only has 6 hearts, green mail, no bottle yet, and does have the blue cane, but no great way to restore magic after using it. Top Life just checking the first 2 items in Hera, and then taking off.
Yeah, unfortunately, no big key, no small key, no fire source, no hook shot, so no real ways to break that dungeon right now. We do have a big key on the floating island there. We do already have the mirror, so all we're missing is mitts to get that item, or that big key.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when ooh, hello Lionel. Oh, that's a fun spot for Lionels.
And we've got more Lionel fun. Yep, this has been a great Randomizer so far. None of our runners picked Randomizer, right? Why do you inflict pain on yourselves?
So Top Life's second pick was enemy shuffle, no boss shuffle.
Okay. And there's our big key to Eastern Palace.
Ah, that's nice to see. Yeah, the order of picks were Top Life picked Key Sanity, and 2C responded with Assured Sword, and then Top Life finished off with Enemy Shuffle. It's really fortunate that that our runners have the Tempered Sword for dealing with these Lionels. This cave would be a lot worse without it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Master Sword slashes don't even hurt Lionels, if I remember correctly.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
Tower of Hera's small key. Luckily, no fire source right now, so nothing that is going to compel Top Life to head back. And a small key to Ice Palace. So not a ton. That Eastern big key is nice, but we do know that is still locked behind fire or the flute.
Yeah, it's definitely makes everyone's lives easier. Not finding too much on that out of logic Death Mountain check. So there's not too much to wrap our heads around.
Yeah, no, I think this might be Top Life doing what I said earlier and heading towards Desert and Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. And without the flippers, the opening of, or the first part of Swamp Palace isn't available yet.
And Bombo's tablet also nothing today.
That's unfortunate. But looks like 2C's probably following in Top Life's footsteps here.
I don't believe so. I think
he doesn't have the book. Right.
But yeah, what's going to limit 2C here is just no book yet. We have seen Tower of Hera, at least from the two items on we saw the basement and the first floor chest, and we do not yet have fire, so we cannot check that basement check, even though we have the small key.
Yeah, so here we have routing divergence, kind of forced routing divergence from that earlier decision by topplife to check Magic Bat, because getting the book at Magic Bat made the linking up Bombo's tablet to desert checks a lot more attractive. Whereas if TwoC hadn't headed in this direction, he would only be able to get the information on Desert Ledge and check Agina.
Yeah, but we did see the Bombos medallion on our Desert Ledge, and even if that one is not required at all for dungeon access, that is a huge resource in Randomizer, as we also get a bottle out of the middle chest of Desert.
Oh, that's great to find, and it's a fairy bottle, but because both of our runners, and a lamp on the desert torch. Interesting. I wonder if that means. I wonder if that means early. I think that means it's pretty likely to have early boots. Maybe boots in pod actually. Although with so few keys, maybe that's unlikely.
I mean, technically in logic right now, we still have the bridge chest and the basement, or the Stalfos basement chest.
Yeah, I think it's only those three, right?
Yeah, only 3 checks in pod are in logic right now. Obviously, 2C, knows that this right side of pod, while technically bow locked, still is reachable given our Randomizer logic, or Randomizer changing that.
Yeah, looks like we didn't get much there. I wonder if 2C might save scum the small key here, just keeping track of.
I don't think we'll see a save scum so much as we might see. Okay, so 2C is going to do the drop down here for the basement check. Now, will 2C use that key to get to the back portion, or check out? And there is our other our logical item there, the myths.
Oh boy, okay. So 2C's in an interesting situation here, where he could take a death to reset his spawn point, and then walk all the way back around and spend a key on checking the big key chest, and then save scum it if necessary. Because he didn't take a death, what I assume he's doing here is, like you said, Sniper, going back, spending the key to get, what is it, 1, 2, 3 extra checks in the back of pod.
I would say more realistically, we're going to see 5 checks. I think we're going to see the turtle room, the rupee basement, and then probably an attempt at Hammer Yump to check at least 2 chests there.
Oh, right. That's right. No, well, never mind that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to see a Hammer Yump.
Yep. Sometimes Randomizer says, well, all of your plans are no longer an option today.
I still think this is the right decision. I think you do go for these 3 checks instead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a Hammer Yump in our future.
But the mitts and the mitts being in logic. Um, that's interesting because once Top Life picks those up, um,
I actually believe,
oh, he doesn't have flippers yet, so Ice Palace isn't logic yet.
yeah, Top Life did find our mitts. Top Life did use the one key on the front door.
Interesting. Okay.
And here we go with more divergence as 2C is heading into Eastern Palace. Does have the big key, so going to take a shot at this. Yeah,
Right.
Top Life's going to turn in that bottle.
Okay, so I'm trying to think back earlier when I believe both of our runners have been in here once already. But I know Top Life, or I believe Top Life took a death attempting to get through the dark room. Ooh, red mail. Hello. Okay.
Somewhere?
Sure. I guess because we have a blue Yoshi who won't be flying today. Uh, but so both of our runners picked up blue mail at some point. While we weren't looking, and 2C just got red mail. That is great to see for him, and making quick work of the dark room there. So we get to see I wonder what method 2C will use. I imagine probably Cane of Berna on Armos here.
Luckily, our Tempered Sword, I don't think, has a reduced damage output, so... Oh, looks like we're going to get some Ice Rod strats. I would actually say Cane of Burna might be the best. So...
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe Berna does just as much damage as both Ice Rod and Tempered Slashes. Is that correct?
I don't remember the exact damage table, but if you actually take the Cane of Burna, you can pretty much bully all 6 Armos into one position and just absolutely wreck them. As, wow, Top Life finding the flippers in hammer pegs.
Okay, so there's our logical Ice Palace access. And with let's see, with the big key and both small keys, no hook shot.
And we get the shovel off Eastern and the mushroom off of our Smiths. So a lot of options here. But yeah, I think Ice Palace might be the best play, even without, logical way to clear some of those chests. Actually, I believe we have all the keys for Ice Palace. So that might be a full logical clear even without hookshot. So yeah, I would say you go for Ice Palace here.
I'm racking my brain trying to trying to remember how the logic works out there. If you already have all the keys,
Oh wait,
maybe
sorry.
Pat can help us out there.
Is it 3 small keys for Ice? So I think there is still one out in the open. But yeah, this is still, even without hookshot, it might not be a logical clear, but it is still a ton that you can get done right now.
Yeah, fortunately for 2C, picking up the mitts in logic in the Stealthless Basement and Pod kind of makes the Smith Chain play a little more attractive, especially being able to link up Magic Bat with Smith Chain without losing the portal. That becomes a pretty, I think, a pretty attractive set of checks available to him now.
Yeah, and unfortunately, 2C is heading back up Death Mountain to grab that big key off of the floating island, and check Super Bunny.
Interesting.
We are going to get some medallion information here. And more lions, and more choms, and more rollers. Wow.
All right. Top Life making his way into Randomizer Ice Palace. Randomizer Ice Palace can be pretty terrifying. Uh,
Yeah, without boots, this can be a lot harder just because of what enemies you see on these ice floors. You know, that spike there in the first room makes that room a lot harder. There are even scenarios where icebreaker is not possible, and there you go. Also, the wall masters in Ice Palace. Um, you're going to see our runners take some of these rooms a little slower than normal in order to avoid possibly getting wall mastered. It is almost everybody's horror story of getting through icebreaker room, and they're in the H room and they pick up, start picking up the rock and get wall mastered, or you get right to the room before the boss and right as you're trying to drop in on the boss, what happens? You get wall mastered.
yep, that's the worst. Fortunately, I believe. Oh, huh. I forgot that Lionels weren't vulnerable to Babos. Huh. Today I learned or was reminded. All right,
But here,
what big key is it? Oh, thief. Okay, okay. Well, if that's if Thieves Town is in the back, or sorry, if the hookshot is in the back of Thieves Town, uh, uh, that could be very interesting for 2C.
and here's what we were talking about with that top life waiting just that extra little second, saying, "Is there a wall master back here?"
Yep, and yeah. This is reminding me of Top Life's previous match in this tournament, where an early play into Enemizer Ice Palace paid off handsomely. So let's see if it pays off as well today. There we go. There's the boots.
Wow, so that is a great location for those boots. Huge find for Top Life. Meanwhile, 2C heading into, I believe, Skull Woods. I think 2C only checked a little bit of Skull. Oh, that's the big key now. Correct.
Right. I guess he didn't have the big key when he was first checking here.
But this could be really helpful, as this should also then send 2C into doing the Smith Chain and hopefully also Magic Bat. And the hook shot out of the iced tea room.
Oh my goodness, the uh, so 2 runs in a row for Top Life with hookshot in in Ice Palace. Oh boy. Okay, so that is certainly lucrative, and Top Life will now be able to link up Hookshot Cave with picking up that Thieves Town big key once he heads up there. And the boots also give Top Life access to the lamp on Desert Torch.
And another big key, this time for Tower of Hera. Now, not a ton pulling Top Life back up the mountain probably, but still going to be a really nice, easy Tower of Hera clear now. Hera Pot is available, so...
Yeah, and once Top Life picks up that lamp, he'll be able to full clear it. Oh, 2C running into a fairly chaotic Hellway.
I was going to say, Hellway living up to its name and beyond on this one.
Oh my goodness, this room for Top Life. That freezer in this room can be pretty pretty annoying.
And here we go with the last room before our cold stare fight. Once again, Top Life waiting just a little bit, finding out, hey, do I have wall masters in here?
Yep. This is when runners will typically kind of listen very closely for that for the sound effect of the wallmaster dropping.
Now this will even up our dungeon count. So 2C does have that eastern clear, but Top Life not too far behind and knocking out one of our more profitable dungeons with Ice Palace.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I remember correctly, this seed hard requires a kind of double dip into the desert area because that bombos was the bombos for Ice Palace access, or at least the only Ice Palace access we found so far. That was in desert area. Is that correct?
I believe it was the case.
And 2C, because he does not have the Thiefstown small key yet, is forced to isolate the Thiefstown basement chest in this situation. That is always a source of anxiety in in key sanity seeds.
If Top Life didn't have a reason to go back to Desert Palace, there is that reason. Big key of Desert Palace in the Zora waterfall. So it looks like Top Life is heading right back to Desert Palace.
Absolutely,
he can. Wrong.
Yep, he can clear it. I didn't get the small key, so.
Okay, no, this is actually better. Swamp Palace. My bad. Yeah, Swamp.
Oh, right.
All available, so that's another dungeon for full clear. And that's our second pendant on 2C side. So we did see that our Ice Palace was our blue pendant, our red pendant on Thieves Town, and we know that green pendant is what was that? Palace of Darkness?
That's correct. So we have full pendant and crystal information now. Okay, so 2C making the move that at this point he really needs to, that we know that he really needs to make. Well, we don't know yet whether there's anything at Smith Chain, but we do know that at this point it seems like the seed hard requires getting that book at Magic Bat.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of information that's really important for 2C here. As well as we're going to get a couple of checks here where I think we're going to get Dig Spot.
That's right. I forgot that Top Life. I forgot where Top Life picked up the flippers, but now we know it was at the Hammerpeg Cave.
Now, the one thing I don't think we saw is I don't remember if Top Life did Purple Chest. I remember Top Life doing, yeah, because the mushroom here. I just don't remember if we saw Purple Chest completely.
I don't remember it. So if he did, I didn't notice it. All right, 2C picking up his book. And fortunately for 2C, it's a pretty natural route from here to that Bombos tablet.
Yeah, eventually Desert right after that. So hopefully does just follow this chain of events.
Yep, I'm trying to think of anything that could kind of pull him away from that required sequence, and I'm thinking, maybe the flippers. I guess without the hook shot, Swamp isn't particularly attractive.
Yeah, this will be a nice natural route. 2C has not done Cave 45, I believe, and has the shovel to turn in and Purple Chest into Bombos, and then should check that desert ledge, see that Bombos medallion, and go, hey, that's Ice Palace.
Yep.
As we do see on Top Life side, diver down. So not too bad enemy placement to be able to do the diver down here.
Yeah, and I believe Top Life took the fairly risky play of kind of committing to that left side swamp diver down without checking the enemy first. So kind of flooding the key and setting the bomb and then heading down. It's always very frustrating when you commit to that and then find a giant yellow spike in your way.
Now, unfortunately, that shovel only gives us a key to Skull Wood, so not really a necessary one for this race.
Yeah, the kind of Skullwoods, I believe the boss, access to the boss logically requires all 3 small keys, but practically you'll almost never see a runner, at least in non-entrance modes, blocked by that, blocked by any Skullwood small keys for that matter. And TwoC picking up a map for the purple chest. Unfortunately, maps are now completely worthless to us because we have full pendant crystal information. Although I guess I think TwoC has full pendant crystal information. I'm not sure if Top Life has the same.
I don't even know if either of our runners fully know that, just because I think, we kind of luck out on the fact that they've each cleared a pendant at this point.
Now this is interesting. Did TwoC... yeah, I don't think TwoC checked Agina's cave. I wonder...
Likely TwoC will do that afterwards on the way out.
Yeah, like after Desert Ledge.
Yeah, usually the thing about checking Agina is walking out of Agina is very slow.
Oh, so yeah.
A lot of runners will skip the Agina check until they've finished out the rest of their errands here.
Oh boy, I like this this question from chat about what are our options for pedestal, and in Key Sanity there could be all sorts of options for required pedestal. Although with all dungeons, it's not nearly as frustrating to see a required pedestal as in other modes.
But Top Life is working through Argus here, so just a few puffs to take care of. Had a really good start with the quick kill. Unfortunately, got a little bit off rhythm. But
yeah, just barely missed the 1 cycle. Hey, got the 1 cycle phase 2 though. That's nice.
Yeah, good use of the ice rod there and butter sword.
All right, good amount of firepower. So in this situation,
and yeah,
where do you think Top Life heads to next? I'm guessing Desert Palace.
Yeah, I think you finish Desert, or at least you take down Landmo and get your lamp. But
I
not
guess
doing that.
Not.
But yeah, as chat has pointed out, because Pod is one of our pendants, in this case, it's not going to be in logic for a long time.
That's right. That's right.
Pod small keys for that to be a logical dungeon.
Yeah, we're
that not only do we need the big key to Thieves Town, but the small key to Thieves Town actually is required for Thieves to be beatable.
Oh yeah, so there
are a lot of pieces here that are preventing a logical clear of dungeons.
Yep. And fortunately for TwoC is now making his way into Ice Palace, which we know is pretty much the move that he needs to make here.
Yeah, this will really pay off and, continue to keep this race pretty close.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are going to get some new information here from Toplife. So I assume we're going to see Toplife get the Hookshot Cave and the Thieves Town Big Key. And I wonder if we see Toplife at least dip into TR at this point.
I think that seems pretty likely with the big key and 3 small keys. Let's see, 3.
We got a small key to Palace of Darkness. And our bow.
Hey, love to see that.
So that puts everything back into logic in terms of this seed. At least all the important information so far.
Right.
At least from a knowledge standpoint, we're back in logic. Neither runner has gone for that lamp or has picked up the lamp yet, but we at least know where that is.
Yeah. So I wonder if we'll see from Toplife here clearing out, I guess, all but all but 3 locations in Turtle Rock. So I'm imagining a play here of nope. Where's Toplife go? Okay, changing his mind, going back.
Yeah, kind of considering on things here. I think part of Toplife's original thought might have been, do I want to just head to Spike Cave? And I think there's a good chance Toplife will do just this front portion of TR to then... Oh, I'm saying front portion, but realistically, Toplife can almost do everything in Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, the play that I'm imagining here is Toplife stealing the Poke Key and going all the way through Laser Bridge, and then taking a Death Warp after that, and save scumming the Poke Key to check the lava chest.
Yeah, I agree with that play. You definitely want to make sure to get this check in.
Oh, 2C, please don't die here.
I believe 2C does have a fairy in a bottle right now, so at least not completely, totally a terrible situation.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that marked on his tracker. Okay, that's fortunate. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like Toplife's stream has cut out. Oh, and it's back. Okay. Not back on the restream yet, but yeah, it looks like that wasn't a doesn't look like that was an emulator crash or anything. So okay, brief moment of panic there. So I was looks like hopefully we'll get Toplife's stream back for you here shortly, but there it is.
So we did miss, unfortunately, a check or two in TR, but sure we'll get to find out what all that was soon. I can assume we did not get our fire rod though.
Yep, if he did, it's not marked on his own streams tracker. So, all right, let's see. So I believe 2C picked up his what was it? Boots and Hookshot, right? And now making his way to Cold Stare.
Meanwhile, we're going to get to see Mimic Cave on Toplife's side.
So, what's the item that you would most appreciate seeing in Toplife situation here?
I think for Toplife that the fire rod could be huge here. I think at that point you kind of just allow yourself to skip Lava Island and go for the TR clear.
Yep, absolutely agree with that. And then and then you just have lava chest kind of as another source of anxiety hanging over your head for the rest of the seed. And now 2C is in the situation that we saw Top Life in not too long ago. Um, so I imagined we'd see a play into Swamp Palace by 2C pretty soon. Hey, there's another one of those precious pod smalls.
Yeah, I think that's 2 more that we've had now, so we're now up to 3 total found in this seed, and we're now in probably one of the few real dangerous rooms of an Enemizer TR. Dark Maze is a lot harder, I would say, in the dark here.
Yeah, it's it's always interesting to me how you kind of memorize a sequence of button inputs here that it looks like Top Life executed flawlessly. Uh, I remember the first couple times I did that being surprisingly disoriented by not having those fire bars to kind of orient yourself around.
Yeah, the fire bars almost become a visual cue in this room. And wow, that is actually probably the second best thing for Top Life to find with the flute.
Yeah, that is great to find.
And a big key too. Oh my gosh, the big key to Misery Mire right after the flute. That is a glorious find.
Yep, we got our Meyer kit.
And I think Top Life was aiming to take a death warp there, forgetting that we had that fairy still.
Yep, like we were discussing.
But Top Life is still going to do this. I think this is really heads up, don't have the fire rod. So let's find out if I actually need this lava island.
Yeah. This I believe this is a fairly popular play in this situation. And we have the nice little quick and easy rail clip there. That one always I always enjoy it. It's super trivial. You just press right up against the left wall and then bonk and then hold left and you're done. You've clipped through that rail. Uh, it's a nice little time save.
But it looks like Top Life waiting to check out the check out Desert Palace is going to pay off here, as Top Life will be able to merge Desert and Mire into one check. And here we go. We're going to see that save scum. Yep.
There's the reset.
It's not worth a key.
Yeah, you don't want to add the fourth Turtle Rock small key to your list of items you need for go mode. That's kind of the story of I think most important sequence breaks and legal glitches in Key Sanity seeds is just remove as many items from your go mode kit as you possibly can.
Exactly. And unfortunately, this is going to be one of those races where one of those we can't remove given the situation with that pod dark maze.
Oh, right.
And hammer yump to eliminate that key requirement.
Yeah, I wonder if so if I remember correctly, I believe Top Life did not proceed into the back of pod, and Top Life also spent the key on the front of pod. Is that correct?
Yeah, so usually we talk about, 5 keys is enough for a nice clear of Palace of Darkness, because, that allows you to open the front door and use a hammer yump to get around it. But in this case, to really full clear it in a very sensible manner, you would need all 6 or have to have 5. And so I'm anticipating our runners are definitely going to orphan at least 1 or 2 chests in the Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, and Top Life now, because he's already spent the key on the front door, is forced to either end.
I spoke too soon on that Mire. That was Ether.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if we have the. Oh, we don't have the don't have the key under the doormat.
And we got our 4th TR small in the Mire shed, as well as a Ganon's Tower small key. So that's a fun little piece of logic. The game wanted you to go all the way to Laser Bridge, pick up that Top Life. What are you doing? Oh,
yeah, finishing
Top
up Desert.
Another key? Yes. No. Top Life. Lamp?
I imagine he'll probably Oh, right, no fire source. I forgot. Okay. So it looks like the logic, unless Fire Rod is in one of the locations that we haven't seen from either runner yet, which I believe isn't a very long list anymore, at least for locations in logic. So it seems like the seed, logically, and actually practically, requires going through Laser Bridge to get Mire access. Probably not for that, not for the small key, because we don't need that. But probably for the Fire Rod, wherever it ends up being.
So I see a lot of talk of, who's ahead, who's behind. While Top Life does have more stuff right now, 2C's not too far behind, really, just because this will be 2C's 4th dungeon clear. They did get Ice Palace as well. So I think, dungeon-wise, yes, 2C is ahead with the dungeon clears. So I wouldn't say 2C is far behind, really. This is just, a question of mobility and knowledge.
Yeah, I would give a little, maybe a few minute advantage to Top Life in this situation, but certainly nothing insurmountable yet. All right, and while we're wrapping up these bosses, we're over the 1 hour mark. So if everyone watching today could give both of our runners a follow, their Twitch channels are in chat, and they're both putting on a great show for you today. So show them some appreciation.
We got another GT small key off of Landmolus there.
Yeah, GT key logic can be can be a bit of a brain teaser in key sanity modes. It's one of those things that you never need to worry about at all in non-key sanity modes. So this is an interesting divergence, or kind of different choice. 2C is picking up that lamp before heading back to Dark Death Mountain, whereas Top Life, I believe, went straight from Swamp to Dark Death Mountain. Oh,
yeah, I think for Top Life, there was just a lot more checks. Top Life had not yet checked out or had not yet acquired the Fusestown Big Key at that point in time. So I think there was definitely a drive to head that direction. So whereas 2C's already done at least a good portion of Death Mountain, so I think knocking out what you can in Desert and getting that lamp will be beneficial before heading back up here. But for Top Life, having that Tower of Hera small key, having the Tower of Hera big key, that means full Hera clear at this point as well.
Yeah, now one of the options available to 2C now is he could steal the small key and save scum the chests on the right side. I highly doubt he'll do it, and yeah, it looks like he's not doing it. kind of without the flute, I think the kind of the cost of that save scum is very high. I think it would be pretty unusual to see runners make that gamble in this situation.
Agreed. There's just, knowing that you'd have to find the desert small to eventually clear desert by using that key. And if you find something, or don't find something, it's a lot of extra time, unfortunately. But there's another skull small key.
All right, more things that we don't need, but can potentially put Skullwoods in logic. Looks like we'll be getting a Boots hair pot. Looks like Toplife is using the buffered setup for it. Got it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a really beneficial way to do it in this mode. Randomizer really does screw up a lot of your bomb methods of doing things in this game.
Yeah. I like that Landmo kill from 2C. Got an ice rod and double spin. That was stylish. I liked it.
And we got another pod small. I think that might be the 5th pod small we've seen. Quite possibly. So we are just knocking out pod smalls for Toplife. And I think at this point we are kind of nearing the point where that has to kind of be the logical next step.
Yeah, especially because Toplife now has a hammer and lamp and bow and a pod big and a bunch of pod smalls. Wait, it doesn't have. Oh, neither of our runners has the pod big. Oh. Actually, both of them have the pod big marked on their own trackers, so they must have picked that up somewhere.
Yes, 2C is up to that gold sword after having killed Argus, and I think we're gonna get to see Spike Cave. And yes, Pedestal is kind of getting a revival, a late revival in this seed. We started to get a flurry of pod keys to make this a bit more possible.
Now this is interesting. It looks like 2C is just going straight for finishing up Hera, skipping Hera basement. I don't remember what was in Hera basement, but I know we did see that check from Toplife. Chat correcting me, saying that our runners' personal trackers don't have pod big mark. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, I was misreading them. Apologies, my mistake. Both of our runners today are using the excellent Dunka tracker, which it's a great tracker. It's one that I'm personally not as familiar with as other trackers. So that was an error on my part.
Now, Toplife is heading back to pod with all those extra small keys. There's a lot of info here. And I'm thinking we're also going to get to see Toplife complete Eastern Palace. And yes, Toplife is going to complete Eastern Palace first and then head in towards pod. So at this point, Toplife does have Desert, Tower of Hera, Swamp Palace, Ice Palace done. Whereas 2C is going to be up, I guess, 1 dungeon at this point, having also cleared Eastern Palace. So 6 to 5? Or 6 to 4?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 6 to 4 right now on dungeons. Toplife has not gone into Thieves Town, waiting for that Thieves Town small, I'm guessing.
And 2C hasn't been to Turtle Rock yet, although I imagine that's where he heads immediately after this.
Now the other question is Toplife going to head for that vanilla big key chest? Yes, we did not get to see this, I believe, from either runner. 2C and Top Life both took a death here early before reaching the vanilla big key.
Oh, okay.
Now, what helps Top Life here is Top Life did get the small key, but I believe 2C died before actually reaching that key.
Sorry, which key are you talking? Oh, okay.
Amazing, huge. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
This could be like, I don't want to call this a dagger moment, but for 2C right now, that is going to probably be a hard last location.
Yeah, that location is 100% isolated for 2C now, because he has cleared the other 5 locations in Eastern Palace. Maybe he checks that on his way back to Pod. Hopefully for his sake, he checks that on his way back to Pod. Yeah, we know that is hard required this seed because that is the Mire entry requirement in the Eastern Palace big key chest. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for 2C right now.
Yeah, it kind of he's not necessarily like, I think it's only a big time loss if 2C when he returns to Pod, which I imagine he does fairly soon, kind of once he picks up some more of those Pod small keys in the locations that Top Life has already checked.
I think the big issue here, and it's tough to say, is how much are you considering logic here? It looks like Top Life is going to head into Pod, but I think our major checks in Pod right now are all 6 key locked. So from Top Life, from our runner's perspective, even running into these checks, whatever we find here is not in logic right now. So I would be concerned if, we're not following the logic here and we find something like Fire Rod. Does that send Top Life, to Skull Woods or to clear TR without finding Ether?
Oh, you're saying on 2C side. Yeah. That could be. Yeah, if 2C finds an item that pulls him away from that eastern big chest while he's in Pod, that could be pretty catastrophic. Let's see, 3 small keys. Wait, 3 small keys. Okay, I guess that means Top. Oh no, he didn't. Top Lift didn't check the vanilla big key chest. That's right.
Yeah, so that's going to be the one kind of just that we're going to probably see get orphaned here. That, or we'll see a save scum here as well.
Oh yeah, that is an option available.
I could be wrong. It doesn't look like Top Life is setting up for a death warp here.
Oh yeah, he would need to.
Yep, not even going to go for the vanilla big key chest at this point. I think Top Life is just going to rely on logic here, knowing that vanilla big key chest is 6 key locked, and say, I'm going to clear Mire.
Interesting. Okay, kind of leaving the option open to him to come back later to not isolate the big key chest.
And I think at this point we know Mire has to have something. We have full cleared Eastern, we have full cleared Harrow, we have full cleared Swamp Palace, and we have full cleared Ice. We do know there's only 1 item really left in Turtle Rock, and it is, or actually 3 items left in Turtle Rock, but we are Fire Rod locked there.
Yep. On all 3 of them, that's right.
Yep.
And Mire has, I believe it's 8 items.
Yep, and we have a full clear Misery Mire.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's all in logic too. So kind of at this point, kind of neon lights are blinking, pointing towards Meyer in the situation. So
And can I just say that is the kindest Meyer 2 I think you could ever ask for.
yep.
Easy mode Meyer 2.
We love to see it. Top Life choosing the oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I always find it interesting to see runners' choices for Misery Mire routing and key sanity, because kind of depending on how many small keys you have coming into Mire, it opens up a lot of options.
Yeah, going left first is a really smart play here. Because you have that key to start with, and at this point, you know you're full clearing Mire. You're just so many keys and items away from go mode. You are going to full clear this, and
Yep,
they're
yep.
desert small. So I imagine top
Oh,
lane will head right back into desert after clearing Mire and checking out those 2 chests.
oh, that's a very convenient place for that, and adds even more value to this Mire play.
And TwoC does have that lamp, so is able to see, all the fun stuff we missed here. We did have a floating skull and a pokey in our dark room.
Definitely could be worse. Oh,
Given that we have red mail, that floating skull a lot less scary to deal with.
oh wow, the hookshot strats. So this is a little scary for. Oh, okay. 2C using playing it safe. So I believe 2C's setting up the same death warp here that we saw Top Life do to save scum the lava chest.
And there it is, the GT big key out of cutscene chest in Mire.
All right, one more item on the set of items for Go mode that is ticked off the list for Top Life. 2C didn't check lava chests.
Yeah, so 2C is going to assume that the lava island is completely dead.
Hmm.
I don't disagree with the choice.
Yeah, and we know that on his return trip here, he'll have the fourth, or he'll probably have the fourth Turtle Rock small
I
key.
don't see a way that 2C will miss it.
Yeah, so that I guess that's similar to the play that that Top Life just made in Pod, where 2C has just chosen to leave those 2 remaining, or I guess 2 remaining key locked locations. Um, oh, wow!
What? Wait a minute.
Wait. Oh, Bonk Rocks.
Did Top Life skip Bonk Rocks? Excuse me?
Okay. Not too surprising, considering the boots were in Ice Palace, and
Top Life
once
did go to King's Tomb. Oh my
did
gosh. Top Life does not have Fire Rod. So this is a big question here. When will Top Life head to Bonk Rocks, and when will 2C head back to Vanilla Eastern Big Key Chest?
yeah,
This is a big question here on who's going to kind of take an advantage of this.
I wonder if Top Life is planning on linking up Bonk Rocks with Lumberjack whenever he finds that second Aga Tower small. Because yeah, that's really quick to get to. Certainly less out of the way than the Eastern Palace big chest.
But 2C is going to head back to Skull Woods now, and I think this is a good play. Dungeon able to be cleared immediately, while Top Life is going after Vitreous.
A very smooth kind of NMG strat for clearing those small eyes. Nicely done.
And we have nothing on Vitreous. The big thing we really got out of that mire clear, of course, was the GT big key. Other than that, not too much extra stuff, but we did need to clear it.
Yep. That's on the hard required go mode list.
But we are also going to get to see the payoff for that Desert Palace key that Toplife found in Mire. Was this important?
Yeah, that routing feels so good of being able to just mirror right there from the exit, and you really can't get a more fortunate access point to these chests than that one. So it always feels good when you get nice routing options like that.
And unfortunately, that was just 2 pieces of junk.
All right, so these 2 locations that TwoC has access to now, this could give some leverage to kind of get more value out of that fire rod check. And looks like Toplife is heading into Thieves Town.
Yeah, unfortunately, was not able to find that Thieves Town small key before making this play, but still going to go with it.
Yeah, so if that ends up being a location with a required item, then kind of both runners are in the same situation there. Oh my goodness, I love situations like this in races where both runners are kind of missing a key item that the other one has, and so we get to kind of anticipate when does one runner make it to the out of the way location first. And there's our ped check, and I'm sure chat will be a little disappointed, but sorry, no ped C today, only a shield on ped. TwoC setting up spooky action, just in case he had Mire access, but disappointed to find that that he does not.
Yeah, and unfortunately for 2C, I think the logic's going to kind of say head back up to Turtle Rock here.
Turtle Rock. Oh yeah, because he could full clear it. That's not too much of a time loss. I think the real danger for 2C is whenever he makes his way back to Pod. Giving us a little bug net flare there. And yeah, it looks like that's probably what he's doing. So yeah, I think the real danger moment for TwoC here is whenever he makes his way back to Pod, does he link that in with the Eastern Big Chest? I think that kind of depends on what else is remaining to it. What else is remaining to him at that point? And from that perspective, the clearing Turtle Rock first could be a bit of an advantage, kind of reducing the options available that that could lure him away from that Ether Medallion in Eastern Big Chest.
Yeah, and I think, we're talking about, I see chat talking about the idea of a bottleneck here. I'd say both of our runners are bottlenecked by the items that they're missing. 2C cannot, get into into GT even. And there's a decent chance that we're actually going to have at least 1 or 2 keys in Ganon's Tower right now, between the Pod Big and maybe even a small, as well as our Last Castle Tower small key.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I forgot about the missing pod big. Yeah, not having the pod big key is uh, um, is certainly a factor pushing 2C away from the from returning to both pod and Eastern here. Top Life is kind of rapidly running out uh, of locations uh, that are still available to him. Aside from that,
Now this could be really good for Top Life. I say that, and Top Life is actually going to flute away to turn in that purple chest. I think we haven't seen Graveyard Ledge either at this point. So
yeah, that sounds right.
So hopefully Top Life remembers Graveyard Ledge, and that might pull Top Life back towards Bonk Rocks.
Oh yeah, he could link up Graveyard Ledge on his way to Bonk Rocks, or other way around.
Here's another one. I completely forgot. We have had the mushroom for quite a while here.
The fetch quests. So I think at this rate, Top Life is going to run out of checks that aren't the Top Life is going to run out of checks that aren't the Fire Rod before 2C runs out of checks that aren't the Ether. Just based on the locations remaining to both of our runners. Chat's asking where Fire Rod was. Fire Rod was in the Bonk Rocks, which Top Life managed to dodge. We'll see if he pulls out the mirror here on his way to.
So we're gonna get Bumper Ledge first.
Bumper Ledge, okay.
And it's a small key. Oh no. We are not. We don't have a lot of small keys left.
Where was the cape?
I don't remember. Skull Woods, according to Tepidino there in chat.
Interesting. Okay.
And
so that's locked behind that.
Even check that to know that there's a key there. Oh, we got another small key for Top Life. A GT small.
Just a GT small. All right. Does Top Life head to? Does he remember Bonk Rocks now? Oh, this is promising. Or oh no, this is a Dark Cross check, which we haven't seen. But is in logic.
No, we did see it from, I believe 2C did it, and it wasn't anything important.
So, okay.
Unfortunately, I don't know if Top Life realizes that he forgot it.
Alright, 2C getting a nice quick Armos kill. Nope, okay.
Those first two heads, and then excellent view there as well.
Always nice when you can get the double spin there. The positioning there is kind of is a little funny.
Yeah, luckily I think Top Life is only down to there isn't much left on Top Life's side at this point to check.
Very few checks for certain.
This might be the last one besides Bonk Rocks.
Yeah, I guess he could. I guess there's some things in logic, some things out of logic available to him. Which he's hovering over that 5. I wonder if he's considering save scumming the pod key.
And that's what it looks like. I don't love this play, but I understand why it's happening.
Yeah. If we assume, as seems somewhat likely to be the case now, that he's forgotten about Bonk Rocks, then Yeah, I guess this is the play that I would make in that situation. You kind of, it's not a great option, but you're kind of running out of better options. Um,
And,
where's
I
TwoC
think this
headed?
is kind of the difficult side for both of our runners here is, um, you know, where is the thing I'm missing? And I can't imagine both. I gotta believe both runners kind of feel a little behind right now.
Oh, for sure. But um, 2C still has several checks in Pod that he hasn't been to yet, and are also in Logic. So, kind of the location that 2C has isolated, kind of feels less isolated than Bonk Rocks, if that makes sense. Where's 2C headed now?
Pyramid Fairy?
What were our 5 and 6? Skull and Hera. Oh, okay. I missed that from Top Life side.
I think
Oh, here we go.
had the epiphany moment.
The Epiphany. Okay.
Yep, this is it. This is that moment.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Did Top Life actually save scum that key? Did he finish? Because he was setting up the Death Warp. But then I think he saved and quit out before actually kind of leveraging it.
Yeah, I think what happened was this is kind of the big thing about understanding logic. In Top Life's mind, I think what he realized was, wait a minute, even if I find something here, I missed something else.
Yeah. Just recognizing that, if this is your last location, recognizing that it is still out of logic. So this is an interesting situation. Oh, I guess 2C never made his way to Catfish. So that's probably what he's checking now. Oh, never mind. Graveyard Ledge?
Yeah, it looks like Graveyard Ledge and possibly Bumper right after. So really, this is anyone's race. While 2C does have two dungeon clears up, or is up a dungeon clear in terms of having both Skullwoods and TR, Top Life is technically in GT mode at this point.
Yeah. So
Top Life will be able to go into Ganon's Tower and potentially find, our last few keys.
yeah, and with how many items are in Ganon's Tower, I suspect we could see Top Life make his way there pretty shortly, possibly before, actually, almost certainly before returning to Pod. Come to think of it.
Yeah, I think I think what we would see most likely is I gotta believe Top Life is gonna check Bumper Ledge, knowing that's a small key. You want to know how many keys away from Go mode am I right now?
Yeah. And on that note, how many keys are they away from Go mode? Is it just the Pod Big and Aga Small?
Yes, technically, those are the only keys that we don't know. It was just a Skullwood small key, which actually, you know what? No, that makes sense. Skullwoods does technically require all three of its small keys to clear it, and it is a crystal dungeon. So yeah, that would have to be the case.
Oh, that's interesting. So, so the logic wanted you to head into the back of Skullwoods to pick up the cape, and then leave Skullwoods to pick up the last Skullwood small key at Bumper Ledge. That's a little obnoxious.
Okay,
All right.
heading back into the pod area. Hopefully this is a plate for not just pod, but also Eastern.
This is kind of the moment of truth for 2C in this race. But fortunately for 2C in this situation, I think there really isn't that much left for him in logic or otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think there's
but he
anything
hasn't
UC has
checked.
not checked at this point.
Yeah. So it's kind of approaching a crucial moment. We'll probably see a few more checks in pod here. I hope. I really hope. Oh, this is a little scary. Oh no, this is actually fine.
Yeah,
so
this could be a huge gamble that could really pay off for 2C.
Yeah. Fairly low percent, but also because he has the flute, it's pretty low cost. So, oh well, huh?
Well, that's security, but definitely not needed.
And it looks like he's keeping it. Interesting. I guess without the pod big, that's not too risky. Definitely an interesting play.
Meanwhile, Toplife is making the play for Turtle Rock, so I think Toplife is assuming that, and rightly so, this is GT mode. Whatever we're missing is, I think, has to be in GT. And that could be, not only are we saying that the castle tower small and pod big, but there's even a chance that the Thieves Town small is up here.
Yeah, and at this point, I think Toplife has a fairly significant lead. He's going to be able to full clear Turtle Rock and then head straight to GT.
And
whereas
we'll up a Misery Mire clear, and that Mire
Yeah.
clear will be a full clear given 2C has to do cutscene chest. For those who've forgotten, our GT Big Key was in the Mire cutscene.
Yep. Okay, this is this is great for 2C in this situation. I didn't notice how much was left. How much was left in pod for 2C, but we know that this is the play he needs to make. With only 3 hearts, it's a little scary. I don't remember what his safety situation is like right now. In terms of bottles. Well, with lamp and red mail, this seems. Oh, chat's telling us that 2C does have a blue potion, so that's fortunate. Oh, and nice powder use for the. Didn't need to spend his potion there. So I wonder if everything that we still need for Go mode here, if our few remaining items for Go mode are all going to be in GT, or if some of them will be kind of scattered here and there, like the Thieves Small in Pod Big Chest and the Aga Small in Thieves Big Chest, those kind of situations. What do you think?
I think either way, you are full clearing GT basement. Unfortunately, at this point, there's just no way around it. You do not want to climb this mountain one more time. I think both of our runners have made 3 or 4 mountain trips.
Yep.
So
Classic for key sanity.
yeah, that's a norm for key sanity, but I think both of our runners are looking at this and going, if I have to climb the mountain again, and luckily, I think we full cleared everything not in GT. So our runners know that the answer is here.
Yep. And so Toplife finishing up Turtle Rock will make his way to GT really immediately afterwards.
I do think, sorry to interrupt, but I think the one thing that could kind of mess with Toplife a little bit here is Toplife has not actually checked out the Pyramid Fairy. So
Interesting. Okay.
not worry about gambling that. On the other side, as we do look at 2C going through Mire, 2C is going straight for the back, straight for Vitreous. I hope this is not a gamble play and a skip of the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, I've seen some runners do this where 2C's so close to GT mode that I imagine this is probably a gamble on if Vitreous has one of the few chests remaining available to him. One of the few possible locations that GT Big Key could be. If Vitreous did happen to have that, then it could be a time save. We know it's not, yeah, I imagine 2C will probably head right back into Mire once he's finished with this Vitreous kill. Or wait a minute. Oh no. So another option available to him is he could head straight into GT, kind of banking on one of those 22 chests, having the GT big key.
Yeah, let's go. That 2C heads right back into Mire here.
Yeah, this is...
Toplife did find those silver arrows.
Oh, that's nice. All right, this is scary. Do you head back in? Oh, he has the mirror. Oh no. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I can't fault him for this at all. Like, he's probably feeling behind, so attempting to make gambles to catch up. This is a pretty costly one.
And there's our final pod small key.
Yeah.
Not gonna really help Toplife. There's a chance Toplife checks out that pod vanilla big key chest and finds half magic, but definitely not required at this point.
Yep.
With gold sword, silver arrows, red mail, 15 hearts. Definitely not a consideration. But here comes my favorite check of key sanity. All done key sanity specifically. Oh my god. For once in a blue moon here, we get that the GT big chest has pod big.
Oh no. So that means that that 2C will actually need to he's probably going to full clear GT basement, be forced to leave pod because he left the GT big key in Mire cutscene chest, and then be forced to go all the way back to GT big chest for that for that pod big.
We weren't going to call a lead for a long time, but at this point I don't think there's a way we do not call this, as just a massive lead for Top Life.
Yeah, I think it was already a massive lead for Top Life before that pod big key showed up, and once that pod big key showed up, that massive lead became a whole lot bigger.
Yeah, I think what we would need to see here, and I just don't see it happening, is we'd have to have Top Life make a skip somewhere, and Top Life is sticking to just, full clearing this. Saying, I'm a key away from go mode, I am not missing it.
Yep, agreed. At this point, Top Life, to give 2C a...
There's our
well,
Thieves small key.
Yep, there is Top Life's go mode item.
No, Castle Tower small. Sorry.
Oh, right, that's right.
So we're still not, Top Life's going to think that it's go mode and then goes, oh, wait, no. And you kind of see that stutter step there after finding that key. Okay, Top Life is skipping. Tile room.
Oh, okay.
So if there is life in this race for 2C, this is it. Honestly, this is the window. I don't see this as being technically enough.
Yeah.
If you're hoping for OK Game to take this game, this is where it's going to come down to.
Yeah, thinking of remaining locations where that Castle Tower small could be. I think there's There's a couple in pod.
So yeah, in terms of where the Castle Tower small key can be, we have the 5 items here at the top of Ganon's Tower. We have the Helmasaur fight. We have the Green Pendant turn-in. But yeah, that is really, where we're at. Oh, and the Thieves Town Big Chest.
Right.
So, some gross stuff left.
Yeah. So I think this lead becomes pretty much insurmountable if Top Life finds the Agate Tower small key in the chest at the end of GT. I think it would have to be. I think it would basically have to be tile room to give 2C the opportunity to come back here.
Yeah, and like you said, I just don't. Even if that is the case, is 2C going to come back to the big chest? Whenever 2C finds the big key to GT out of Mire, will 2C head back into the basement? Because that is a long trek back to the vanilla big key location.
Yeah, it's certainly
but the big chest. Sorry,
the big chest. Yeah, it's certainly a bit of a long shot, but yep, looks like 2C is checking tile room. So
yeah,
basically the final moment of truth.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Team OK Game and hoping for them to close out this series, then you need to see this Castle Tower small key here to have a chance.
Yep, I will admit I'm a little biased, so I'm kind of on the edge of my seat here. It's like, please be the Agate Tower small. No, I'm the commentator. I'm playing the impartial role today. Yeah, with the interest of keeping this race as close as possible, as long as possible, and from that perspective as well. Well, okay.
And it's not been at the top of GT yet either. Oh my gosh.
So, I guess that means it's in.
Last possession. Could it be? It is not.
Oh, so what is it at this point? It's either Pod or Thieves Town.
Yeah, we're down to those two.
Oh boy.
We are definitely down to either the Thieves Town Big Chest, and that is where 2C is going first. Because that's all 2C has as an option here.
Oh yeah, right. Because
Back
the yep. Yeah. So I guess there's a very small opportunity to make up some time here if the Agatara small key is here, and Top Life almost certainly heads to Pod before heading back here.
Yeah, but
Required in higher density.
I just see, even if that's the case, 2C still has to head back to Meyer. I assume we'll full clear Meyer. So
Yeah.
there's just, there is a gap here that is very hard to overcome, unfortunately, for 2C right now.
Yep, that seems to be the situation. And yep, as expected, looks like
And it is not Thieves Town.
all right, so either we forgot something, or Top Life is headed straight to the last item he needs for go mode, and 2C is now feeling feeling regret over that over the decision to skip the Meyer cutscene chest. All right, let's see where the in one of our let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining 4 remaining locations that
Are we down to that? Or do we have 4 left? I think we're only at 2.
I can't remember if Top Life
Well, I guess for us, there's only 2 locations left.
Right.
2C getting the Desert Palace small key. Probably not information he'd like to see right now.
Oh, he's hard last locationing that. Hey, we got the door state extension. Nice. So it looks like he'll be hard last locationing that that GT big key in cutscene chest.
Meanwhile, Top Life is getting very close to that Helmasaur King fight.
Do you think he turns in the? No, he would probably head back into Pod for the remaining chests before turning in Saha, right?
Possibly. I'm not sure. This is a tough choice.
Unless it's just here.
Right.
All right, is it here? Nope. Oh man. Uh, classic key sanity right here.
So Top Life heading in to check out that vanilla big key chest first, realizing, hey, I've got all 6 pod smalls. Let's get that. So, you know, it's going to be half magic. Oh, we also have the pod big chest. I forgot about it.
Oh, right.
So I guess going into pod was the correct choice. And yeah, you were right when you said we had 4 items left.
Yeah, I was just looking at the item counter, the compass item counter.
By the way, I will apologize to chat if I am missing anything being said in chat. Unfortunately, it seems as though the Twitch page is crashing on me quite consistently right now.
Yeah, I think I've I've had to refresh it about a dozen times.
Yep. So if we miss anything in chat, we do apologize to you all. Just, you know, some of the normal bugs it seems to have happening right now.
I imagine Twitch is under fairly high stress today.
But
All
here
right.
we go. Is this a...
This could be a kind of simultaneous moment of truth for both of our runners. TwoC finally picking up that GT big key, and yeah.
Key. That means at 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 28 seconds, Top Life has entered Go mode.
In the, I believe, second to last location.
Yeah, the only location we had left was Green Pendant.
Yep. Oh man. Oh, that's right. Top Life never checked Thieves' Big Chest. But for locations that we've seen as comms and viewers, yeah, we got to see pretty much all of this seed.
Yeah, and that is, to anybody not, you know, who missed this race, that is quite the rude set of key logic. So
yeah, that's that is definitely an unlucky key sanity seed for sure.
yeah. Now the question, of course, is, you know, we pretty much know how this race is going to turn out at this point, but still at the same time, is 2C going to find that pod big?
Oh yeah, or well, in this situation, 2C has what is it? 4 chests at the top of GT, and 1 chest kind of very stranded at the bottom of GT.
Exactly.
And yep, looks like not too surprising. 2C is chasing the higher density, so he's going to need to make a third dip into GT for
Yeah, and you can't blame for that. You know, we'll be able to hopefully get both of our runners in for an interview after this race. But I have to imagine both of them will probably indicate a feeling of a little bit of behind throughout. Each of them having last location an item here or there. Whereas I think Top Life kind of stuck to his game on full clearing.
yeah.
Whereas 2C started taking some gambles, and unfortunately, they just didn't pay off.
Yeah, it's impressive just how much of a punishment the gamble to skip cutscene chest ended up being, because yeah, it added an extra 2 GT dips, you know, just based on following density after committing to that play.
Yep. To the question, our pod big key is in the GT big chest. One of the very few times that the big chest of GT actually mattered. But that is 80 keys. But
yeah,
I go fight over on Top Life side.
Yep, and Top Life will be able to combine, get the nice free health and magic refill, and head straight into the Ganon fight after this. It's always nice when that works out.
And at 18 hearts, red mail, gold swords, silver arrows, I can't imagine we're going to see any real trouble with Ganon.
Yep. Fairly. The situations for Ganon fights don't tend to get much more favorable than this. And there's Aga 1 down.
And here we go with our Ganon fight.
All right.
So this will be 6 sword slashes with that gold sword for both phases 1 and 2. Then a single slash for each, 4 slashes for phase 3, and then just 4 silver arrows for phase 4 to finish this off.
I think that was 6. And it's looking like, unfortunately for TwoC, it's looking like Top Life is going to finish this before TwoC finds either of the last 2 locations he needs for Go mode.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate on that location. Yeah, and TwoC getting the information that the pod big key is not here in the top of GT.
Yeah, so I think he knows now. I think, like, he knows now that the pod big key has to be at GT big chest. Like, I think he's hard last location that here.
And here we go. Top Life has defeated Ganon, crosses in that bridge, and will be done with an official race time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 38 seconds. Get those GGs in chat for Top Life.
Yep, GG to Top Life, and that means that team OK, my team OK Game, and Team Black Lotus will be able to head into a Game 5 at some point in the next few days. And what is it? Oh yeah, Team OK Game will have the two mode picks going into that mode.
And it does appear that TwoC might have. Yeah, it looks like TwoC has decided to forfeit at this point. Unfortunately, understandable given, there's still at least some items missing and not wanting to go up the mountain and GT another time.
Yep. Definitely understandable, and hopefully we can get one or both of our runners in here for an interview. Looks like our the heads-up display here on the restream is marked correctly. There we go. We got it corrected for you. These 2 teams are now 2-2, heading into a Game 5.
As we are now joined by Top Life, GG.
GG, Top Life.
GG.
So, just some initial thoughts, I guess. How about that seed?
Well, it didn't feel good, especially when I, for some reason, thought I was playing casual boots or something, so those bump blocks were checked way earlier. And I kind of knew that it was a double dip TR and I was other stuff too, but when I found a GT big, I know TwoC has a tendency to skip a lot of stuff when it's in GT mode, so I kind of hope that would save me, especially when I found a pod big too.
Yeah, that was really the story of kind of I guess Act 3 of this match was I think Top Life, you were finishing up TR around the same time that TwoC was entering Meyer. So TwoC was a little bit behind at that point, and then TwoC skipped the Meyer cutscene chest, which had the GT big key. Went to GT, cleared the entire basement except for the big chest, which had the pod big key, and then left, went back to... Actually, I think checked the Thievestown big chest before, which had nothing, before heading back to Meyer for the GT big key, and then went straight up Gauntlet. So if TwoC had continued, he would have needed to triple dip GT to finish out the seed. So definitely interesting, but certainly unfortunate to see a gamble being punished that severely. It was a pretty big punishment. We are joined by TwoC in chat. GG TwoC and welcome.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Nice. GG Top Life. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I saw Ether, I knew that I was super behind. That's why I, chose to, I don't know, like once I went to Meyer, I was about to like full clear Meyer, but then I went right by accident, muscle memory from like non-sanity modes. And then at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'll just like skip Meyer. I'm already behind, probably. I need to find stuff in GT. Yeah, that was like the reasoning behind skipping. Like in AD keys, you don't want to skip stuff, of course. But when you last location Ether that hard, it's just like so tough.
But I just have to say, if there's one thing I really respect TwoC's gameplay for, is his ability to be able to skip stuff when he needs to. And if he double dip back to Eastern Palace or something for last track Ether, then this is really a situation where I really feel like, yeah, he does the right things usually when it comes to skipping stuff. So, but I also kind of knew that, so some way that's also his weakness against me, I guess.
Yeah, I think the odds were in his favor on that gamble, but sometimes even a high percentage gamble can bite back. That's kind of the story of Rando. And I think earlier in the race, with regards to that Ether, I believe TwoC, if I remember correctly, TwoC, you cleared Eastern much earlier, like without the lamp. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Because I went to pod, and I kind of knew that it was not like the greatest play, but we didn't really have much stuff to do. And I don't remember what the big key for Eastern was, but I had that big key as well. I'm like, I might as well just go to Eastern and just like full clear. I was also considering going to the vanilla big key chest, but I knew that there were some hard enemies there. So I decided not to go. I don't know. It was like kind of weird.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like I managed to die in that room. I don't think there was any hard enemies, but I tried to go the opposite direction of where the bomb guy was, and every time I went a different direction, he sprinted over to the new place I went, and that really annoyed me each time. And I somehow managed to die.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask. I think around that same time in the race, or kind of at the midpoint of this race, Top Life, you headed into Ice Palace. I want to say about 5-10 minutes earlier than 2C. Top Life, how did you feel seeing a somewhat early Ice Palace play yield the hookshot once again?
Well, the hookshot was a surprise, but like, yeah, I had been waiting for those flippers for quite a while. Like, everything pointed towards Swamp Palace and towards Ice Palace. So I've just, okay, flippers, and then I will probably go into Swamp pretty early, even without hookshot. And flippers was one of my last logical checks left, and of course I checked Ice Palace before. Ice Palace really felt good. There was so much good items in there.
And 2C, how did same question for you? How did you feel about seeing the hookshot in Ice Palace?
I mean, that was a nice bonus. Like at that point, it felt good. Mostly because I got the boots, to be honest.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Finally, we can play the game. But it's just like I don't know exactly if I could have done powder earlier, because like that's how you could get bombos in desert.
Yeah.
And I kind of know that Topplife might do Smith Chain a little bit faster than me, because I think I went up the mountain hoping that Quake was for TR. Like I was hoping like I could enter TR at that point. And yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened after that.
Yeah, I will.
just went Smith Chain. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna to mention that in terms of the magic bat check, I think what it also kind of helped for Top Life there was Top Life skipped library and race game early because you just had so much access early in that game, and actually end up kind of coming back to magic bat to check out race and library.
Yeah, I would have checked magic back a lot early if I had a mirror, but yeah, it was something. How do you get the mirror before doing those checks? That's not really likely. So, and about that Smith Chain, I couldn't do Smith Chain because I kind of lost located my mitts.
Oh, okay. But wait, what was the power again? I don't remember exactly.
It must have been either Skullwoods or Thieves Town, I think.
No, it wasn't Thieves Town.
I think Skull. You might be right.
I had
yes,
really
it was.
early.
It was the left side of Skull 1.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I can see me skipping it because at that point I already cleared Village and Kakariko. So it was just like really, really awkward for me to go back there. So yeah, okay, I can see how it was gonna be difficult for me to get the book at that point.
Yeah. While you both went into Dark World pretty much immediately after doing Kakariko Village, you took very different routes from there. Top Life instead of heading south after finishing Kakariko, heading north into Skull Woods and then working south from there, whereas 2C you went into Hype Cave. So
yeah, there was a pretty big, a fairly long period towards the middle of this race where Top Life, your earlier play into Magic Bat for the book, that kind of led you on the breadcrumb trail to desert and then ice and then just getting the items for progression without really doing too many dungeon clears. While 2C was postponing the magic bat that he needed for progression, but clearing some more dungeons. So there was like a whole lot of divergence towards the middle, and then convergence after that as kind of those tactics switch. Top Life, you started catching up on those dungeons as a 2C made his way to Magic Bat and then the breadcrumb trail of progression items.
Yeah, it was a tough one overall. I gotta say.
Yeah,
For a
it's-
moment, there was not really much, and then mids, and then a lot of stuff just came our way, I guess.
And the logical triple dip of Desert Palace, that was great.
Yeah, true.
No way I'm going back there for a lamp.
Right. So I guess, this brings us, I'm not going to try to suss out either team's strategies here, but this does bring us to game 5. So I don't know if there's been any preliminary talks there, but, there are a few days left in this week of playoffs. So any initial thoughts there from either team?
I really don't want to knock out one of my favorite teams. I really don't.
Oh.
It's okay. At least some Norwegian representation in the Invitational, right? Something I realized is like we actually scheduled this race a little bit late on Thursday, and there's not really gonna be a lot of time to schedule next one. But we'll see who is gonna race.
Yep, it'll be it'll be pretty soon and pretty exciting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, thank you for the restream. Thank you for the commentary as well and tracking from Tepedino. GG Top Life, and good luck.
Yeah. GG again. Yeah, thank you for restreaming.